What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited for the video because I'm doing a Q&A video. I've never done a Q&A video before, but they look like tons of fun and I figured it would be a really cool way for you guys to get to know me a little bit more. I posted on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook and asked you guys to ask me some travel related questions. So the first one is, what is the number one thing on your bucket list? And I might have two answers for this, but it might also change depending on the day. So for the longest time it was to hang out with a sloth and meet a sloth. I love sloths. I think they're so cute. They're my favorite animal, so I would love to meet one and hang out with one. But lately it's really been wanting to visit all of the Disney parks throughout the world because I'm going to 2 of them in China. And that's kind of been on my bucket list for a really long time. Maybe not number 1, but I think it's number 1 right now just because I'm gonna check off 2 of them in China. What foreign country do you want to visit next? This one kind of goes with the bucket list question, but I think Bali would probably be the country that I wanna, so Indonesia, specifically Bali, would be the place that I wanna visit next. I've seen so many things on Instagram about Bali, and there's so many gorgeous animals and so many amazing things to do in Bali that I really just want to go and see it for myself. Or Costa Rica, because there is like a sea turtle sanctuary and like a sloth sanctuary, and one of my goals in life is to be a volunteer at one of those animal sanctuaries. So either Bali or Costa Rica. What is your worst travel experience? I'm pretty lucky with my travel experiences. Like, I have never had a delayed flight. I knew somebody who was like, the gate agents made them like check their bags, so they had to like pay this crazy fee at the gate. That's never happened to me. I don't know, I've gotten pretty lucky with my travels, but I would probably have to say getting sick in Boston. I got a really bad head cold like the second day that we were there, and so for the whole trip I was just like, all I wanted to do was go back to the hotel and lay down and sleep it off, and I didn't want to be like a Debbie Downer, so I was like trying to be excited, but I was also like dying on the inside. So that was probably the worst experience. And part of the main reason that we went to Boston was to go to this restaurant called Wagamama that we had in London and that we loved, and like I could barely taste it. Like, it was very disappointing. What do you like most about Chicago? The thing that I like about Chicago is that there's something for everybody. If you're into history, there's lots of tours you can take. If you're a foodie, there's tons of great restaurants. Like, there's just so much to see and do in Chicago. I just love how diverse and how, you know, every time you come to Chicago, it can be a different experience. What do you hate most? Sometimes I hate like how cold it can get here, and I realize that it gets colder in other places, but I like more of the like summer fall type weather. So when it gets super duper cold, like below freezing, I'm not having it. What is your biggest fear? Ooh, kind of a deep question. Spiders are a fear, but not my biggest fear. I would probably have to say being like 100 years old, like on my deathbed, and like looking back on my life and having regrets. I think that's why I love traveling so much, because I'm so inspired that it would really suck to like look back on my life when I'm 100 years old and be like, you know, I should have done that. Would you rather travel solo or with someone? Well, I don't really have much of an experience traveling solo. I did when I went to Europe at 16. I went with a big group called People to People, and we are all students, and I didn't know anybody on the trip. There was a couple people that like went with, like their friends were on that same group, but I didn't know anybody, and we were there for 3 weeks. So for that first week before I made any friends, it was kind of just like me and my thoughts and like this amazing place that I was in. But I would still have to say traveling with somebody, because one of the hardest things about traveling is like being somewhere and seeing something that you think either a friend or family member who's not traveling with you would just absolutely love, and then you like take a picture back to them and be like, oh, this was amazing and I thought of you and you would love it, and here's a picture that doesn't really do it justice. Like, that part is really hard. So I would definitely rather travel with somebody than alone. What is the one thing that you never travel without? This is hard because I'm assuming they mean like besides the essentials like phone, laptop, camera, clothes, you know, stuff like that. But I would have to say probably like a sweater, like a big comfy hoodie, because I'm always cold. I am always cold. So I usually pack a sweater even if I'm going somewhere warm because I know I'm gonna get cold. Ooh, I like this question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? Definitely teleporting. Like, teleporting takes care of so many situations. Like, do you need to fly somewhere? No, just teleport. Are you in danger? Just teleport out of there. Do you wanna go to the other side of the country for dinner and then come back here for dessert? Just teleport and then teleport back. I think teleporting would be such a cool superpower. So that is it. Thank you all so much for your questions. I really enjoyed answering them. Remember, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, because I'm probably gonna do more Q&As. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that little red subscribe button down there. Thanks again, guys, so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.